was this weird story, this thing that happened to my dad during this time when I was a little kid, maybe 2 years old. My brother was a baby. And we learned about this later. He told us years later about this. So I want to tell you the story. So this was in the early 1970s. And my dad started getting interested in the subject of demons, so demonology, right? Now, he was a Christian. He wasn't getting involved in the occult or anything like that. There was kind of a fad in the Christian circles back then. There were a lot of Christian books were being written about demonology, demons and angels. And so he just got kind of obsessed about demons and started reading all of these Christian books about demons. And so he had this weird event happened to him one night, late at night, after we were all asleep. So my mother, me, and my little brother, we were asleep. So we lived in a 2-story house back then. And my dad's study, where he would read at night, was downstairs. And then our bedrooms were upstairs, right above him. And so this was late one night. We were all asleep upstairs. And he was in his study reading one of these books about demons. And as he was reading, he said that he had this very, very strong sense of like a demonic and evil presence came into the room. And the moment that this happened, he said it was really, really powerful. There was no question. There was something in the room with him. The moment that happened, he had like this light bulb went on in his head, and he realized, you know what? This obsession that I have with demons is bad. This is going to give them access to me. So he just had it was just like a light bulb the moment that happened to him and he had that thought. Upstairs, everything had been totally silent because we were all asleep. Upstairs, a door slammed shut, and it slammed so hard that like shook the whole house. And he's like, but that evil feeling, presence in that room was gone. And so my dad's just sitting there looking around, terrified, right? What happened? And so then he doesn't hear anything else. And so he slowly gets up, kind of looking around, and he starts working his way upstairs, turning on lights, turning on every light in the whole house as he's walking upstairs. He goes upstairs and he checks on each one of us. And we're all sleeping. Nothing's wrong, We're all in our beds asleep. He can't tell like what door slammed, And that was that. But I believe that what was happening at that time was that my mom's demons, because if you marry somebody who is demonized, or oppressed or possessed, then their demons have access to you. And so I believe that what was happening then was my mother's demons were trying to like get into my dad, and latch onto him. And when he rejected them, then they decided to go pick on me. And I believe that was what happened with that doorway.